Yo, it's Vicky here. I thought I'd do another weekly review of the games in LTPL. Not sure how much longer I'm going to do this, but as always, it just depends on the games. I do know the results of this week, just because they just kind of, the word spreads around the Battle Stadium scene. What happens, and there's a thread on the Battle Stadium forum with all the games. So I didn't know what happened this week, but I haven't actually seen any of the games yet, so we'll just kind of go into them. So this is, I think it's Zaaya versus Emforbes. People are using just different names. I'm pretty sure Emforbes' team is a sample team. I'm pretty sure I've translated that team. So let's look. What is it? I swear I've translated this team. Maybe not. Maybe not. This looks like it. Yeah. So like here, Xray, Hippo, Choice Band, Oshifu, Polygon 2 with the kind of new tech in Facade Iron Tail, Sharp Beat, Zapdos, Life Form, Drugport, and Feeny with Leftovers. Like looking at the matchup, it's hard to say. Like, looking at Zaaya's team, it's hard to say what I'd bring. I think this team actually has a good matchup against Zaaya. It depends on the Cinderace set. Cinderace can put in a lot of work versus this team. If it's the right set, if it's Zen Headbutt, it can really wind up this team. Same with like Dragonite can also put in work. Although this Xray Hippo is going to make things hard. The thing is, I don't get why. I know this team is like Zaaya's like actually probably built his own team. I don't get why people just don't use top teams. So we see Feeny versus Dragapult. Obviously, Feeny favorite matchup. He's gonna have to top specs here. You kind of basically you need top specs or Hippo. You can't stack Dragapult and Hippo. I'm assuming Emforbes knows this because you just get wrecked by Tapu Fini if you do that, because it can Calm Mind over Porygon 2. Zapdos doesn't really want to switch in to Tapu Fini in case it's like Trick or something. I'm not sure. And then Urshifu obviously loses to Fini. So Pex is kind of like the obvious option in this matchup. We see a Moonblast come into Pex. We can see Black Sludge. We see Calm Mind here with the T-Spikes going up. Should have really taunted, I think, before Calm Minding. That was a mistake from Zaaya. People should know by now that, especially Zaaya probably didn't look at this team, but like Zaaya should know that like T-Spikes top specs is a thing. Like if you're gonna do this Calm Minding stuff, you can definitely Calm Mind over this, and he could have won the game here. Where what's probably going to happen, he's probably going to end up getting beaten down slowly. So taunt here, even if he scalds, you have the leftovers, right? Oh, burn on the first time is unfortunate. Oh no, maybe you don't have the leftovers. Maybe a berry of some sort, but this should be fine. Like, you just get to +6 and you just start. I'm not sure how much like actually this how much +6 Skull does to, or Surf or whatever it does to. Maybe Moonblast is better. Wow, that crit did tons, and like I don't see a way that this is won by Emforbes. Yeah, this game's completely over. Good job by Zaaya. That game is like, it doesn't really matter what he's got in the back. Unfortunately, like, Talk Mind just kind of destroyed the packs. So kind of what he needed to do. Yeah. The only thing I would say is I think he could have taunted on this turn 2. Just in case, obviously, like, if he starts, goes into Zapdos, say, or Porygon 2 with the download boost, then you can get in you have to switch out, and then you'd have the T-spikes on the field, so you wouldn't be able to do this later on in the game. But yeah, that's a kind of solid first game. We'll see what side brings. I think the Feeney's definitely good in this matchup, because I think Enforbes' team relies pretty heavily on Zapdos and Touchspace to deal with Feeney. But if you get Feeney, you can get Feeney in against a lot of Pokemon here and just start calm minding. So Hippo here versus Nihilego lead. I'm not sure I like Nihilego in this matchup. I think he's probably predicting the Zapdos lead, but yeah, now you have to take chip with your Feeney. And I think that is probably going to be too much chip, if anything. We see a Surf come in from the Feeney. We go see Nihilego come back out. Probably Meteor Beam coming in here. He actually switches back into nice Grass Knot by nice Grass Knot. Is he gonna go for the Meteor Beam here? Okay, goes for Max Overgrowth. Oh, it doesn't quite KO. That's very unfortunate. I think that caused game. Yeah, because Nihilego, if it would have killed, would have definitely won the game from that point, because you get the Beast Boost. I'm surprised that to be honest that you Dynamax there. I guess Grass Knot would have done nothing, but then you can go Feeney and Dynamax. I think that's more effective. But yeah, Zapdos wins in this position. Not much more to say, and we go on to game 3. Game 3 here. Obviously, these guys are just being more and more offensive picks. Enforbes hasn't brought Porygon 2 yet, which makes me wonder whether Big Boy Lando can put in some work here. Yeah, and as I was thinking the same thing, he actually switched out into. You see, if it was SD Lando, you can just go for an SD here. SD Lum would automatically win the game here, so you have to be really careful. Even if he sleeps, I guess it's not too bad. But he kills Hippo Ball what cost? Depends on the turns he gets. Banded, I'm surprised he went hard into Tapu Fini here. Banded Wicked Blow does tons to Fini. He does go to Zapdos here. I think he could have, if he was worried about that switch, he could have gone into Nihilego. Nihilego there would have ruined stuff. Obviously, like at this point, Emforbes knows that Zaaya has the berry, and you automatically lose the game to Nihilego if you lost your Shifu. So we see a bunch of doubles coming out. We see Lando come in. Value Wicked Blow, of course, is going to do tons. Oh, you see Zapdos come back out here. Does the Zaaya go to Nihila go? Yeah. You see Power Her Meteor Beam. It's probably a bit too late now, though. Because Zapdos will be able to live a hit. He can Calm Mind here potentially, but I don't think it actually works out. Because now the Power Her Meteor Beam's gone off. Even Power Gem. Power Gem's it's not the same as Power Her Meteor Beam. Just in terms of like pure power. So yeah, Power Gem Nihillion is basically useless. So there, congrats to Emforbes. This should be an easy win with Max Lightning. Yeah, I think like a few of these doubles were kind of a bit unnecessary. And I think there was, like, Lando was definitely a good pick this game. I wonder if he could have potentially like done something. He could have just double SD'd on the Hippo here rather than clicking Max Airstream. If he knows he has the Lum, like here, then double SD would have won him the game. I think that's like a big misplay, because like not all hippos are running Whirlwind anymore. Even then, I don't think you don't want to Whirlwind him into Tapu Fini either. You'd rather him just switch out and yawn. Basically, yeah, this slack off is like kind of predictable, because it's just like the SD into instant Dynamax, or like hitting them with a hard move, and then you can kind of just do your thing with Hippo. He could have just kept setting up on the Hippo. I think that was a huge mistake here. Like, once he's burned his Dynamax, yeah, he has no choice but to attack 3 times. So yeah, I think if Zaaya had done that, he'd have won the set. He did recognize that Emforbes was not going to bring Porygon 2 though, which I think given this team, he should have probably considered bringing it, because it's like decently against. Maybe before Zapdos was enough, and Hippo was enough, but like, trust me, these one of these Pokemon's gonna have Lum, and that's just the way it is, because someone's got to have Life Orb, and the Cinderace has Life Orb. One of them's gonna have Weakness Policy. What that means, Lum is gonna be somewhere here. This looks like a very offensive team. So yeah, it's gonna most likely be Lum, Lando, Weakness Policy, Dragonite. Mimikyu would probably Q-Berry. So, especially if you've seen the Citrus on the Fini, that makes it 100% that's the team composition. So yeah, I think Zaaya was like pretty close to winning, but like he made a key mistake. And the thing with this gen is, like, if you make one mistake, you're just screwed. And yeah, it was right here. This particular mistake on this game kind of cost him the set. I think he played very well game 1. And Vino is definitely a good bring. I think his free, maybe I would have not brought Nihilego. Could have brought Cinderace. Nihiligo's fine. Anyways, we'll talk about FMG versus Zstrats. FMG looks like he's bringing, I think this is the first ranked stall here. I'll just go through it. Kevin Bay, Tabulu, Toxmix with Black Sludge, Tyranitar Leftovers, Citrus, Defensive Skarmory, AV Slow King, Galarian Form with Earthquake Tech for Nihilego and Heatran, and you have the Heavy Duty Boots Arcanine as a Kartana check. And this Zstrats team, Swampert, is probably on here somewhere. Like I've noticed that a lot of these guys are bringing in sample teams. Unless I can't directly, I can't find it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's on here somewhere. But anyways, we have like probably like a lead Swampert, so it kind of doubles as Hippo, but it obviously has a few things like flip turn, life orb Kartana, I'd assume banded. You always life orb Kartana, so this is probably banded, a Shifu, Sash, Cinderace with Keyberry, Mimikyu, and Zapdos can be anything, maybe a bulkier set. So right here, looking at FMG's team, like as always, the win condition versus this sort of team, you look at your sweepers. If this is Banner, Shifu is actually pretty good against this team. Have to watch out for Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu is like a defensive check versus this. Kartana is also very good, can be very good if he doesn't bring Arcanine, or to a lesser extent Skarmory, because Kartana can break through Skarmory if it's not like Iron Defense, or even if it is Iron Defense, Body Press, you can break through. Swampert also pretty good here, just rocks and yawn spam will wind up this team, and it's just a free switch into Arcanine. Not much more to say. Zapdos also very good. Yeah, the thing with these stores, you have to play them perfectly in order to do well with them. I know someone won with one last week, but it's more difficult than you give credit for. So, Kartana versus Bulu right here. Life Orb Aerial Ace or Smart Strike is going to wreck Bulu, but it doesn't actually do as much damage as I thought. Degleam, I mean, it does nothing. Degleam is just for a Shifu. So like, I'm surprised he didn't go for a Leaf Blade there. But you see Max Airstream come out from the cart. Because I think Leaf Blade were actually done on grassy terrain. With Stab would have done more than Aeronace against the Bulu, even though it's super effective. It's just some small optimization. We see Baneful Bunker come out, but that's not going to matter. Max moves are non-contact, of course, and then we're going to see Max Overgrowth come out here. You can't go for double protect, won't work. And I think, yeah, when you're Dynamaxing Toxapex, it's generally not a good idea. Because Toxapex is just too passive and it doesn't take advantage of Dynamax very well. Because you want to be able to recover with Toxapex. Stuff like, yeah, this team is like, the best Dynamaxes are T-Tar and Slowking. Sometimes you can Dynamax Toxapex if you need to, like. Yeah, plus one Karta, two Karta is going to wreck his team. It pretty much OKs everything on his team, unless he has. Arcanine can live, but everything else will just die to a move. So yeah, but you know the set now. Most likely, maybe it could get Impact as last. So yeah, game 2, we'll see how FMG adapts. Zapdos lead versus Toxapex. Well, this is bad times. Toxapex has to switch out. Why is he staying in? Why is he staying in? I don't know. Okay, switch out to Bulu. Is this a pivot? You should have a Zapdos check with his free. You see Protect come out on the Hurricane. Okay, this is fine. I mean, it's not ideal because this Zapdos has pressure. He's switching in a Toxapex. Okay, I think this game's over. I can tell already. He must not have his Zapdos check. Maybe Skarmory is last. You can't bring 3 Zapdos weak. That's just not gonna work. Unfortunately. So just skip through this game. It's over. Because Zapdos just has a roost, so it will just wreck through this. Unless you had like Toxic on Toxapex, maybe you could win. Then Toxic on Toxapex, you can kind of, you have to outplay like 7 turns in a row. It's just not feasible. You need to bring something that can at least trade with Zapdos, like Tyranitar. Tyranitar not great in this matchup, but Slowking actually can put in work. There's things in Arcanine. I'd say Arcanine is probably your best bet. And sometimes you can just bring stuff that's like Toxapex walls like 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon on this team. So sometimes you can bring a Pokemon that's bad in a matchup, but it's only good versus like, you know, Zapdos. Like the AV Slowking. AV Slowking kind of a threat because it can trade with Kartana as well. And then you can still bring the Bulu against the Urshifu. Even then, like Toxapex can work versus Bandit Urshifu. Even though it's kind of a threat, you can pivot between Pex and Bulu. So yeah, this is kind of a bit disappointing. What can I say? Well, like, yeah, this is taking a bit longer than it should, but yeah, essentially, this, yeah, it's like doomed because you can just roost, and you just get screwed. I mean, I guess +6 body press probably does like 50%. So yeah, that's Zstrats versus FMG. We got Cant Say versus Mncmt. I know is it Mncmt? I don't know. One from was mentioned in Discord. But yeah, we see. I think this is another sample team. Looks like season 13, perhaps. With Fish and what does it have? Zapdos Soul. Okay, maybe season 12. Yeah, this is the team. So it's Solju Lati, Sizzle, Citrus Sizzle, like SD, AV Zapdos. I don't like this set. This set's bad. Choice Scarf Dracovish with Low Kick, Analytic, Polygon 2, and Keyberry Hippo. So basically, looking at this, Cant Say should be able to like ruin this guy's day with fucking Urshifu. He has to watch out for Hippo. If Zolt really goes in hard versus a team that gets rid of Hippo, Taffini also excellent. So I don't think like Jake doesn't have a terrible matchup here. Polygon 2 is actually pretty good, and like he definitely knows that this team is. So like even like normally Zapdos might be able to still P2, but yeah, like I feel like Urshifu has a field day versus the team. Just with Wicked Blow just like wrecks. Between Wicked Blow and Close Combat, you just wreck this team. Zolt is good. His Zapdos is good as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We see the Lati versus Urshifu lead. Does he go for a Bandit Wicked Blow? He should have gone for Wicked Blow there. Like, I feel like even Draco doesn't Oko Urshifu. Urshifu's pretty bulky. You could just go for Wicked Blow and start like stop messing his team up. Yeah, now we see the yawn into Misty. We're gonna see Zapdos come out. You see this, because this is AV. You can't Dynamax there. That's I mean, it's nice that he caught the Hippo, but like, I feel like the Dynamax here is too early. When if he has Zolt or P2, he can just go into either one of those. It doesn't matter if as he goes back into Hippo. Yeah, because now Zapdos will just win the game probably. So we see Gyarados last. I feel like Zolt is better in this matchup. Gyarados doesn't really check anything. I don't like the Gyarados spring. I think like Zolt or P2 or Zapdos. Like Gyarados is the worst spring out of the remaining ones because Feeny already covers Dracovish. So like, you know, I guess Gyarados covers Sizzle, but like I feel like you just can break through Sizzle. So we see Shifu come, we see Sucker Punch, and it is probably Banded Sucker, yeah. So we're gonna see 4 Calm Minds, and yeah, there it is. He's probably gone for I don't know. I guess Jake was probably banking on the fact that he didn't Mncmt didn't know that it was going to be banded. But I think banded is pretty common in OU as well. If you're going for Wicked Blow, maybe you could got a miss on the Zapdos Hurricane and win the game. It's hard to say though. So we see game 2 come out. Tapu Fini lead versus Zapdos. Like, here does he have the Zolt? He does. We see Immune Volt Absorb Zolt. And you see double back into Fini, very nice. And he can slowly chip away at this Zapdos, especially if he gets the burn here. So you see Hurricane miss. Well, that's what Hurricane gonna do. Is he gonna double back into Fini again? No, he Bolt Beaks this time. If he has Porygon 2, this is a good time to go Porygon 2. Like, I'm pretty sure this leftovers CM Fini can beat his Porygon 2. So that's bringing something to a better recovery. So we see Dynamax into the Zolt. So we see Dynamax says Dynamax. He's probably hoping that if he Dynamaxes his Dracozolt, then is he gonna max guard here? No, he max Worm wins on the Hippo. Let's see, Twitch back into Tapu Fini. I wonder if we're gonna see a Skull come out. I think like here there's been a bit too much. Oh, he's brought the Gyarados again. He has to go into Zolt. He had to go into Zolt. He could have recovered 3/4 HP there by going into Zolt. Well, no, like a 1/4 HP there by going into Zolt. I mean, it's definitely a risk. And it's safer to sack Fini, but I feel like you need Fini so you don't lose the Draco Meteor. especially since Lati was brought last game. Let's see if DD actually wins, but no, it doesn't because this guy has Thunderbolt. Jake was not happy. He just left. He didn't even say GG. I kind of get it, but I don't know. I feel like this match could have been played a bit better. I feel like obviously like Jake lost last week. I feel like his match was really difficult then, but I feel like this one was definitely playable. But yeah, obviously it's hard in the moment. So we see Mish versus Xray here. Xray bringing actually the same team that I think someone else brought. It's not. I have to find this team again. People only use sample teams nowadays. This team. So yeah, we know what it all is. Looking here, Rillaboom looks to be a threat. Yeah. Rillaboom looks to be a threat. Cinderace always a threat. There's no team that's like. I think people should be bringing Cinderace more. Just because I think there's very little in tournament play that can really like deal with it particularly well, and you can bring it to most games. It's like Potent Greninja. So we see Zapdos lead versus Rillaboom. We're gonna see does Mish switch into his Nihilego? Okay. We see Sub. Power Gem on the Nihilego, so this is not going to be a fun time. Life Orb on the Zapdos. We'll see another Power Gem come out, no doubt. We see Zapdos come in versus the top specs, and we see Dragapult as the last. So, yeah. Mish's answer said just Dynamax his Zapdos. We're going to see Zapdos versus Zapdos here, most likely. They're on similar HP. See Max Guard versus Max Lightning. Okay, that's a good play. And we see a Max Lightning there. Life Orb versus Max Lightning. Also Life Orb. And we see the Thunderbolts defeat Taiwan by Mish. They double down. I think Nihilego is probably better for Mish that happened, because Nihilego would have gotten a Beast Boost anyways. At least he had a chance to burn the Rillaboom here and win the game, but it just didn't happen. Banded Woodhammer won. Yeah, the thing is, the Banded Woodhammer switch-in I mean, Life Orb Zapdos isn't even a Banded Woodhammer switch-in, and Mish can get in versus Hippo or versus Toxapex. So, see Dragapult lead, the Rillaboom lead again. See Nihilego switch here. Xray probably noticed. Mish probably noticed that this is special Dragapult, given the use Shadow Ball. So see, I'm surprised he didn't predict Pump, but whatever. We're going to see Zapdos use Max Airstream probably here. And yeah, because Special Dragapult, the last move can be Pump. And yeah, we see Special Defense Porygon 2 come in here, and this should just be able to beat off anything. We see Woodhammer come out. Fuck, there's tons, but Ice Beam, probably Analytic this. Spice didn't go for another Woodhammer there. I know it's hard to do. Oh, he's switching up to Glassy Glide, but yeah, that's not going to count as Zapdos. You'd only win if there was a Hippo there, but I guess it's better. It's better than nothing. So we see game 2 go to Xray, and game 3 Will Mishimono be the only BSS main to win this week? Who knows? So we see Hippo versus Dragonport here. See the Dynamax turn 1 on the Max Geyser. That does nothing. That actually sucks. Never mind. Pump. Dragonport's so sad. He's just wasted his Dynamax. I think this game's over. This game's already over. Banded Wicked Blow does kill you. You've got to be careful. So that must be some sort of special defense for that. And now Grassy Glide is going to do tons. So why has he allowed that to happen? That's not okay. But Mish still has Dynamax, so he's actually in a bad position. We see Grassy Glide come out here, does about 50%. We see the Zapdos in the back and win the game. Or Nihilego in the back and win the game as well. He probably goes for Power Meter Beam here. And then he'll go for his Dynamax. One thing you can actually do on Porygon 2 in particular is go for hard Meteor Beams. But we're just going to see Max use spam. I don't see how our hero is going to win. Xray is going to win this because he can keep setting up with Meteor Beam. Like here, you can go for Meteor Beam hard. You see, try attack. Is he going to get the hacks? He got the hacks, but not the hacks he wanted. And you see the Beast Boost come out, and this should be over here. Even if it's a Scarf Dragapult, it doesn't kill from this range. And that's it. Congrats to Mish. Commiserations to everyone else. I hope that is a good summary. And that's it.